So hello, today we are going to talk about our compost pile, and here it is as it sits, and it didn't make the thermal process, so we're moving into Verma Compost. Now I set this system up a couple weeks ago, and we need to support it. So here we have the Worm Factory 360, I believe is what it's called. I got this at a garage sale, 20 bucks, great price. And here, I'll just take it apart here, you can see the system. Oh, we got a couple of red wigglers here that have decided to escape, but there it is. Oh, it's a little heavy. But this is the Verma Compost system. These are our escapee worms, our escapee red wigglers there. They're going to be much happier in the Verma Compost, so we're going to pick them up if we can get them. And so we cleaned all this up. We got it loaded up. Going to catch the escapees, get them back in the system. They don't like light, so we could just keep a light. Oh, they're quick little buggers. Okay, so there it is. You see, nice little concave system. There's a little spout here so it can drain. And here is our little, they call that the worm ladder. And then here's our system. On the bottom of this bucket, I don't know if you can see that. I'm hoping you can see at the bottom of this bucket, there's a grate. And that's how those little escapees got out. So we're looking for, oh, let's pull our thermometer out. We're at running a little on the warmer, like at 85 degrees. So it's a little bit warm and it's a little bit compacted, but because of all of these fan palm leaves that were in here, it's not been too compacted. But what we did, I'm gonna stick that back in there, is we went and cut some PVC pipes. I'm just gonna stick here in the corners. They're 4 inches tall. So this is gonna keep from having compaction in our system. Pin them up there in the corner just a little bit. I stuck this part of the palm frond in, but not as good. So all we did was we took some of the compost out of the pile. We had a tarp, and we wetted it up because they like 60 to 80% moisture. So we wetted it up so they would be happy, and then the excess moisture will drain into this bin here at the bottom. There's a little spigot. So again, all these trays are the same, but these little PVC pipes are gonna stop any compaction from happening. Still gonna allow the worms to move up through. So we're gonna rebuild, maybe fluff up a bit. I don't know that any worms are actually have come up. About 2 weeks ago, we put this system together, just the first level, and then came back about 5 days later and filled them all up. So just getting these up here in the corner. And again, that's only going to allow it to go down so far. So we'll be checking in. It's got a good moisture level in it. Again, that 60 to 80% moisture. And now I'm just rebuilding it back up. Yes, and now it's going to stay nice and level. We won't be having the compactions. We may need to come in and cut these. Oh yes, look at this. The little guys have made it all the way up here. So this is going to be a static system. After this, it's just checking in on moisture, monitoring. How's everything going? Making sure with our heat that it doesn't get to, they don't leave on us. Right? No escapees in our worm hotel here. So I like this system, because it's a set it and forget it system pretty much, right? The worms are gonna do what they do. They're gonna eat all this up, poo it out, and we're gonna have some garden magic. Now this system does not kill the weeds, the weed seeds. And there's potential for pathogens, so I will make sure I wash my hands good. And I'm putting these back exactly the way that I had them originally stacked. You know, put a bag on the ground and filled it up. But this is just our original compost that we started with. I believe, gosh, when was that? A month and a half ago now, I think. And voila, we're getting there. Thank you for your patience. I know it's kind of a boring video here, but why this system? Well, worms, they're gonna improve our microbiology. They eat all of this organic matter, pass it through their system. And again, it's like magic. They increase the microbiology by processing it through their system. So because this thermal pile never made it to thermal, meaning it never made its 3 heat cycles, we still have a little bit of sprouts growing in here. We've seen a few sprouts, not much, but this potentially still could have the weeds. So, you know, it's not, if we got it to its thermal process first and then brought it over into the compost system to degrade it, to the Verma Compost system to degrade it even more, that would be really high quality compost. It would be no weed seeds, no pathogens, and lots of biology from the system. So you see we put a paper towel on, or newspaper here on top, and looks like we're holding our moisture pretty good. Again, this is something we'll be monitoring as we move through. It's going to be about 60 days, give or take, before we have full castings. But this is the nice part of this standalone, is I don't have to keep coming in here and messing with the system other than to monitor it for temperature and moisture. And voila, there we go. Putting it back together, putting the top on, and there she is. Nice and sturdy, and we won't have compaction, we won't have it tipping over. We can get some juice out here, the excess moisture, and I can water down through if need be. So again, we want to keep it at a 60 to 80% moisture, and we don't have to feed the compost. All that organic matter there that didn't go through the complete degradation process will now happen here with the worms. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. Like, subscribe, share it far and wide, and let's have some nutrient dense food.